Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Deliver or Die, which is a delivery game with a difference. It gives me very strong GTA 1 and 2 vibes, but without all the exploration and the depth of the game. This is a very simple, very shallow, but very well done game, especially if you like a challenge. As always, we'll look at the options first and then we'll jump straight into the gameplay and show you what it's all about and show you just how bad at it I really am. So let's not waste any more time and jump straight into it. Okay, so this is a top-down 8-bit style game. Not really much needed for the way of options, although it would be nice if they actually made it fit the screen properly. The fact that the full screen goes over the settings and looks blurry, it's just not a good look. Also, it's interesting that you get different cars in the options menu. You wouldn't really know that. You wouldn't even know that you had the ability to get different cars if I didn't check the settings first. So whilst it's not necessarily a bad options menu for a game that is as simplistic as this, some better formatting or just resizing, just something different to make it look better and a bit more explanation wouldn't be a bad thing. Let's look at the gameplay. Alright, so here we are with the game, and it is really very simple. The whole idea is that you get from point A to point B as quickly as possible. That you've got a timer that when it runs out you will explode, and you use your WASD keys to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible and get the timer sort of reset. Now, the fact that you can only use WASD keys is a problem because steering is horrendous, although I kind of feel like that is by design. This is a very, very tough game that is very simple but done very well. It doesn't feel like the game has been made like this by mistake. It doesn't feel like they've, you know, made the game and then realized that the settings are actually terrible or that the control and stuff doesn't work as intended. It feels like it's done like this to be frustrating and be difficult because reasons, which is fine. However, the amount that the other cars slow you down is kind of horrendous. In fact, the amount of everything that slows you down, and apparently an invisible wall, it's not ideal. I can see this being fun if you're somebody that likes doing sort of repetitive things over and over again, trying to get better scores and stuff like that. I can see there being a very much a dip in, dip out sort of mentality here, but at the same time, it's just frustrating. The map's not very big. There's not a lot going on, and you really don't get a lot of time. It feels very misbalanced, and as a result, subjectively, I'm not enjoying it. I can for sure respect it. I can respect what it's trying to do, and I love the art style. I love the fact that they've very obviously taken a lot of homage and a lot of sort of ideals from the old school GTA games, but outside of that, it's just not very fun. It's very repetitive, and you really don't get a lot. Like, obviously you can get different cars, and there are different power-ups on the map, but honestly, it doesn't feel like a game you're going to want to put a lot of hours in. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there when you're a little bit bored and want something to do, sure. Maybe a few more different settings and a different map or two would be cool. You know, give you a few more traffic settings, maybe have damage on if you really wanted to give yourself that much of a challenge. But the fact that the map seems so heavily limited on how far you can go, even though the arrow is clearly telling you to go another way, is just annoying and frustrating. And this is the problem with this game. It is very, very shallow. There really isn't a lot else to say because you've seen pretty much everything the game's got to offer. I don't know whether the different cars handle better or whether they are faster, but the fact that you need to get 15 points plus and you can as you can see, for me, very rarely, if ever, get one is going to be an issue because it's going to be a massive grind on top. But there you go. That's deliver or die. Deliver your load or explode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.